Can't play that right now.
Yeah. Well, good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
What's up? Dang, I didn't even know we were live already.
I know.
We're
Oh my
live,
goodness.
bro. We are live. And so, folks, welcome back to another episode of Both Ends of the Table. I am your host, Stevie J, and alongside with me is the crew. We got Mr. Loop, who's in the building looking all fresh in his tent tech outfit. Then we got Cisco.
What
Yeah, my
up?
man. The only Eagles fan in the building tonight, folks. But
Yo,
we but boy, it was an exciting weekend of football, baby. The Packers claim the number one spot in the NFC North. The Bills make a defensive stand against a red hot Burrow. The Browns lose in terrible fashion. We're going to talk about that here later on tonight. The Jags claim the number one spot in the AFC South. The Steelers make a statement on the Ravens. Holy shoot, bro. And then the Texans have the defensive stand and they put the league on notice. You boys ready or what?
Let's get it. Let's get
let's
into
go.
it.
Let's roll the tape, folks.
Take a break inside your head to get a hold of yourself. But it's over now. I was missing everything and I forgot I felt. So many days I found, many questions I have I can't answer myself. And I just don't know how to make it right. Instead I live with things I never would tell. Never tell. All the good and bad things quickly pass me by. I don't know what I miss till I open my eyes. And I can see it all. I can feel it all again. Hope I don't lose control. And repeat this all again.
Woo-hoo!
Got the whole thing.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
AJ Brown should have just caught this ball that he missed.
You must have him on fantasy tonight, brother.
Of course.
Oh man, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry, dude. Didn't you say it's like every other game that he goes off?
something like that. If that, it's like
A-
every 3 games or something crazy.
And he went off last week, so you should have benched him this week. But who knows? I mean, still got time left, right? How much time is left?
5.
Yeah, and he just missed, like, I wouldn't say wide open, but he was pretty open for a third and long that they could have converted. And he was standing there,
Damn.
ball hit him in his hands, and then it fell out.
Oh, that's
How does that
tough,
happen?
dude.
How does that happen? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know
He
I was
needs,
watching Texas high school football.
he needs to be investigated.
He's been investigated.
Investigated, brother.
Vegas made the call.
Sure did.
Did they?
No, Eagles
That's
just
what.
suck.
Oh, sorry, Luke. Bro, this is it's kind of like it's a terrible game right now. Turnovers like crazy, huh?
Dude, it's like 7 turnovers already this game.
Three
8, 7.
turnovers on one play.
That
Yeah.
was fun though.
I was like, what the hell? That's wild, bro.
Some recess stuff right there.
But anyways, man, so we're not talking about the Eagles and the Chargers right now, okay? Because we had some pretty interesting football go down this past weekend, and I'm pretty sure you guys kept up with a lot of those games.
Couple of them, a few of them.
A few of them, just here and there, little some, right?
Little dazzle.
Or
Just
some
whatever the
Emerald
Dallas
Lagasse.
Network
Bam!
allowed me to watch.
Bam. What'd you say? Whatever networks are allowed.
I said
with
whatever
Dallas?
network, whatever the Dallas Network allowed me to watch.
Jesus, bro. Jerry Jones got y'all shit on lock, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible, man. Well, we're going to start with the Packers and the Bears, my man, because those Packers, man, they squeaked by the Chicago Bears in an NFC North battle as Jordan Love tallies 3 touchdowns. The Bears, on the other hand, woke up Sunday morning, the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they dropped all the way to the 7th seed in the NFC by the afternoon after Caleb Williams throws a late pick on the final play of the game. So, gentlemen, I just want to get y'all's reaction to that game from the Packers. And Loop's face says it all. Loop's face says it all. He's like, man, I picked the Bears to win. I picked the Bears to win.
Yeah, we picked the Bears to win.
We did. We did. Oh,
Hey,
no.
hey.
I thought I picked the Packers. Didn't I pick?
No,
No,
I
no.
picked
You
the
said
Packers.
Jordan Love was going to throw 3 interceptions.
Jordan Love, 3 picks. 3 picks.
Yeah, hold on. Put on my
You holding a
glasses
John
in
Cena right now?
Yeah, I know. What do you?
Yeah. No,
You
no,
holding a
I'm,
John Cena? Because I can't see it, dog.
yeah, no. I'm holding up so I can read it.
Oh,
wanna-
okay.
Wanna start off
This
by
fool went back and played the last episode.
no.
He didn't bet, so it don't really matter. He
We
wasn't
need our
confident
viewership.
enough to bet, so.
No.
I just
Let him
wanna-
go ahead. Let him go ahead.
I-
He's been
I-
practicing this.
I just want to go and start off by quoting somebody. I enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. Not today, my friend.
Oh! You talking about Ben Johnson?
Dang. Is that what he'd say in Detroit or what?
and his presser when he got when he went to the Bears,
Yeah.
he's like, I enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
Damn.
Matt LaFleur said, nah, fam.
That's what, not today. He said, not today.
Damn. That was a
Not
good game. It was
today.
pretty close. It was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
close.
I should have listened. I told you the Packers are taking it.
Yeah,
Told
like this was a one-sided Packers win. It could have
I
went
know.
either way, my boy.
But who came
Yeah.
out with the dub? Who
It
came out
could
with
have
the
went
dub?
either
Who
way.
came out with the dub?
Hey,
Your
I give credit
where
butt
it's
cheeks
due.
were tight the
Told
entire
you.
game. Like, damn, these boys were right. Jordan Love already
Bro.
threw a pick, just like
If
they
Caleb
said he
Williams,
would.
Nope.
if Caleb Williams would have just looked just a tad bit to his right, he had DJ Moore right up the seam. A walk-in touchdown.
Man,
Walk-in touchdown. DJ
Man.
Moore was so pissed off on the sidelines. Did you see him?
man, I'll tell you, man, if I had a different job, I could have had $1 million too. A lot of ifs in this world. Didn't happen, son. Packers got the dub. Told you.
Whatever.
you seem-
All right, hey, Steven, next segment. No, I'm just kidding.
We're moving on to the next.
We're moving on.
one.
Whatever. We
can't
heard
talk
enough about this game.
one. No, I think it's more crazy about how they went from the 1 seed to the 7th seed, just like
Yeah,
that, bro.
that-
One
that's
loss,
intense.
but that just goes to show you just how close the NFC race is right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As good as the Bears have been, what were they like 8-4 on the season,
No, they were 9-3.
or 9-3? Now they're 9-4, and just like that, bro, you go from 1 to 7. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's
insane
crazy.
just how close the race is, man. But it's just, that's the NFC this year, man. It's like the new AFC
Oh,
from the recent years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The AFC's been a tight ship, a tight rope to walk on these last few years, and the NFC's been kind of wide open. But man, this year the NFC's coming on strong. What do you got?
And-
You got Rams at the number 1 seed.
yeah.
Yes.
Then you got
Rams,
the Seahawks,
Packers.
right?
No, it's Packers. Packers took the number 2 seed.
Oh, because the Rams. Okay, I got you. Seahawks are in the Rams league, right?
No, Seahawks are in the NFC, but it's like Rams, Packers, Eagles, Bucks, and then the Seahawks. And then from
Aren't the
there, I think it's
Seahawks
the
10-5?
The Seahawks.
Aren't they? Don't they have 10 wins? My fault, not 10-5.
Yeah, but they lost to the Rams
Oh,
because they're in the same division.
Yeah, they're in the same division.
damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a tight rope, dude. So
But
but it's crazy. I mean, but if you look at the Bears' remaining schedule, it's a pretty favorable matchup. They're favored to win in 3 out of the 4 games that they play. They got the Browns. They play the Packers again, but they play the Packers at home. So they're gonna get home field advantage. So I guess analysts in Vegas are giving them just a little bit more than a 50-50 shot
You mean
just
in
because they
Aaron
got home field
Rodgers?
advantage.
You mean in Aaron Rodgers' home?
Yes, at Aaron Rodgers Stadium. And then they play the 49ers at the 49ers, which is the game that they're projected to not necessarily win. They only have a 38% chance of winning. And then they go up against the Lions, which oddly the analysts are giving them a 70% chance of winning that game.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, which is really weird, but I thought that was kind of high. I figured
Hey.
they would be projected to at least a 50-50, if not a little bit less than 50% chance to win that game.
Well, and then like speaking on them facing the Bears again, or the Packers and Bears coming again in the next 2 weeks, I saw like everyone making a big deal on the handshake between Johnson and LaFleur after the game. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Hey, I did. That was just like a quick, like,
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
but I mean, like they're seeing each other in 2 weeks, so I mean, it's like, you know what I mean?
They're gonna
Unfinished
hug it out
business.
then or what? They're
Yeah,
gonna hug
like
it
just
out
hug it
then
out.
or what?
Yeah, they're gonna hug it out there.
This was the battle, the war. The war is coming.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
Yeah,
real
so like
war
they're
is
gonna
in the
see each other.
playoffs.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
The real war is in the playoffs. That's what they're. It's like, all right, you got me on one. Well, I'll get you on the next, and I'll get you on the next one too. On top of that, pimp.
Dang, three
That was
times.
a crazy.
Three times.
That was a crazy little matchup, dude.
Yeah,
But here's my thing. Is that with Jordan Love, if you take a look at some of his throws, because Christian Watson had himself a day,
it,
boy goes off. But if you look at these shots that Jordan Love takes, they're not sustainable throws. They're all off of his back foot. They're rainbow lobs in the air. His wide receivers are constantly having to come back to the football because he's throwing it short, right? And he leaves way too much air on the ball to where a defender, if they know better, they're going to easily intercept that ball. And I think that's where it kind of scares me with the Green Bay Packers, why I feel like although they may have looked good yesterday, it's not something that they can sustain in the playoffs. Just my take, just my personal opinion. I don't even think the Packers are going to make a whole lot of noise in the playoffs, to be honest with you. It wouldn't shock me that they get bounced first round.
nah, I don't think they're getting bounced first round.
I'm just saying.
Man,
What
sorry
happened?
guys.
AJ Brown missed a touchdown. Easy, wide open.
I mean, he wasn't wide open, but he could have caught it.
It was like double covered. Oh
could've caught it.
no! He dropped that thing nasty, bro.
Dude, that was on the money too. That was on
He's
the
on my
money when he
bench,
dropped
so
it. Oh my God.
I actually forgot to
He's
bench
not even
Drake,
on your bench.
Drake London. He was out. He was out, and I forgot to put AJ Brown in his place. So AJ Brown actually has some decent numbers on my bench right now. But
Damn.
I just need the kicker to get like a point or two. So I prefer them not to get a touchdown and just let them just kick a field goal right now. I'll be more happy.
That way it's more points for the kicker, right?
Yeah, so that'll seal the deal for me, and I stay in first place in that division, in that league. Anyways,
Damn it, boy.
Jordan Love sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you saying? Something like that, right?
Well, Cisco,
think he
what you have a response to that?
No, I think they could make a good run in the playoffs. It seems like their defense is coming alive. I know you say you have some questions about Jordan Love and his throwing ability, but I think he hasn't really. I know you said like he has too much air on the ball, but I think he throws it in the right spot when he does throw that ball like that. He puts it in the right spot where the defense can't get it.
It's not so much that I don't
My
trust his
gosh.
ability. It's the consistency in which he throws. Right? Because the ability is there. He can sling the ball down the field. But
Yeah.
my issue is the way that he does it. It's like when he throws the ball, they're moonshots down the field. And I feel like when you throw those moonshots, it's more just like a 50-50 ball that you're just kind of hoping and praying that your wide receiver is going to be the first one to grab it and come down with it. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yeah.
like that's what I feel like sometimes maybe he trusts too much in those throws that he gets a little overexcited. And so he tries to throw those deep balls down the field, and they're not always 100% catchable balls. And so therefore, I think you put your offense in a sticky situation. And I just don't think that that's a recipe for success in the playoffs. I think defenses will pick up on that in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think also too. I think they can make a run, but I don't think they'll obviously go to the Super Bowl now just because they lost Kraft as well. I know he's been gone for a few weeks now, but I think losing him is a big piece missing.
Yeah, he's definitely a big piece of my fantasy missing. It's hard to find a solid tight end nowadays.
It is, man.
He was doing good too. He was doing real good in the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
What a shame.
I mean,
What a
but
shame.
like having Watson and Reed on the field together with Dobbs, but missing Kraft, man, that's all the pieces right there. I think having a whole complete football team that they have, they're a real dangerous team if everyone's healthy.
But like, what's the deal with Matthew Golden? Like, why can they seem to have like an offensive like game plan schemed around him? You know, you spent a first round pick on him. You might as well use him.
Yeah.
You know, that to me, like that's just what doesn't make any sense. And maybe I'm a little bit biased in my opinion because I have Golden on my fantasy. I drafted him, you know, which it went down as a sleeper pick for me because of where I drafted him at. But then now it's kind of not making any sense at all because he's not even being schemed for. You know, there's no offensive game plan for him. And I remember watching in the beginning of the season, whenever the season first started, the first like 2-3 games, dude, he was getting open on almost every route that he would run. He was gaining 3-4 yards of separation every single time he would run a route. And yet Jordan Love was never looking in his direction.
I
And
think
man,
he's
it
going to
was
get
just so
utilized more
aggravating.
next year, to be honest.
Well, let's hope so because I mean, shit, why else would you spend a first round pick?
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you never do. It's unlike the Green Bay Packers to spend a first round pick on an offensive weapon, first off, to much
Right.
less do it and then not use them at the same time. Because outside of Aaron Rodgers, I think the last person that got drafted, wasn't it like Donald Driver or some shit like that
First round?
Dang.
in the first round?
Was it not
That's a
Clay
long time
Matthews?
ago.
Huh?
No, you're talking about receiver. You're talking about like
I'm talking about
Offense.
offensive players.
Oh,
The last offensive player to get drafted from the Packers in the first round outside of Matthew Golden was Aaron Rodgers. And before
Gee.
Aaron Rodgers, it was, well, I say Aaron Rodgers, but technically it was Jordan Love. So it was Love, but before Love, it
True.
was Rodgers. And before Rodgers, I think it was Driver. I think.
yeah, Driver's a long time ago.
Yeah. And that was like the last receiver that they drafted in the first round. Everyone else has been the second round or later. So that's
Damn.
why I said it's not something that the Green Bay Packers do on the norm.
To draft offensive, to draft an offensive first round.
Yes.
That's very interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. They kind of have like maybe they have like some sort of theory that they kind of just do every single draft.
Maybe they're,
Like some
I don't
sort
know,
of rule.
maybe they're grooming
Well,
them. I don't know.
You think of like these crazy receivers that come out of Green Bay. Devontae Adams, you got Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson. Like, none of them were first rounders?
Mm-mm. I think the Devontae Adams was the second or third.
That's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
They just they have their own ways, man. They have their ways and they stick to it.
Yeah.
Discipline.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
they're obviously really great at building players up from any position, it seems, at this
Oh,
point.
for sure. For sure. Well, I mean, look at their quarterback program. I mean, shit, you go from you got Brett Favre and then you go to Aaron Rodgers and then you go to Jordan Love and somehow you hit on all three. Like, that's pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Now, Jordan Love doesn't have a Super Bowl just yet, but it's like, hey, if you get a Super Bowl out of him too,
Yeah,
it's
a good
maybe
system.
a lot more teams. Yeah, maybe a lot more teams start kind of looking at that and following that formula. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe more teams should be owned by the city and not by one person.
Probably. Yeah.
And then just to kind of give percentages, I know they're in the first and seventh seed, but Packers have a 94% chance of making the playoffs, and Steve probably has the division percentage, and then the Bears have a 64% chance.
Yeah, I don't have the division right in front of me right now, but I know both teams have a really high chance of making the playoffs, but
Right.
which I mean, obviously, nothing's a lock just yet, but I'm pretty sure that's a lock. You know what I'm saying? I highly doubt they have a collapse like the Eagles 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, bro!
That was perfect timing.
I know,
Because
right?
you are you watching the game too, Steve?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
What happened?
PI.
on this. Oh man,
Uh-oh.
pass interference just gave the Chargers a first down.
Bro, what?
Oh yeah, that was a terrible call.
Uh-oh.
Bro, what?
Uh-oh. Talk to me.
I don't know about terrible, but the fact that he didn't turn the hips or cause any movement on the receiver, I would say that's a bad call. Because technically, you're not supposed to put your hand around the waist of a receiver. But
Who's winning?
Eagles are winning 19-16. It's second down, fourth quarter, 1:36 to go.
And the Chargers got the ball?
Chargers ball.
Yes.
Damn.
Let's see.
It's a tight race then, boys.
I can't see it.
It's a tight race then, boys.
Second and third.
Oh, they just got a first down.
First
They're
down.
at like the
Easy.
48. Like at the 48 on their side.
On the Eagles, 48.
Damn. Field goal to tie.
Field goal to tie. Yep.
Might have ourselves an overtime game, gentlemen. But hey, well, let's head over real quick. Let's go ahead and shift gears. Head over to the Buffalo in that Snow Bowl. Did you guys get a look at that one?
I did.
Man. I got a little bit glimpse of it, and then I went to HEB. I don't know who was going. I was watching it before I went to HEB to go get some food, and it was a banger of a game. Both quarterbacks were doing like exactly what we said they're gonna do. Somehow, some way, anytime you put Josh Allen with another star QB, it's gonna be shootout, and that's exactly what it was. It was fun to watch.
Exactly what we talked about.
The snow just got harder throughout the game. It was great. It was great football.
The Buffalo's defense won them that game.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
for sure.
sure. I mean,
That's for
Burrow and
sure.
Allen both combined for 4 touchdowns each, right?
Yeah, each.
But I take it more as the Bills hold off the Bengals and come away with the win 39-34. Because Burrow and the Bengals, they were playing lights out. Right.
Dude, they were on fire, man.
Right up until he threw those 2 interceptions, that one that led to that pick 6. But man, dude, the Bengals now have a 1% chance of making the playoffs. While the Bills moved up to the Bills moved up to the 5th seed. So
97%.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. But What do you guys think that the Bengals need to do this offseason? Because, I mean, in my opinion, the season's up. Season's over. You're not making the playoffs with 9 losses. I mean, it takes some sort of divine miracle to get them into the playoffs. So, with that being said, what do you guys think that they should do in the offseason to get better?
They need to do what the Cowboys do and get themselves an interior or a good defensive lineman. That's going to cause some ruckus up front, and then they need to go get themselves a good DB or a good safety to cover the field.
Cisco, what about you?
I got them needing an O-line to protect Burrow because year after year, Burrow's getting hurt. And how can you have your star quarterback not out there to win your games? So they definitely need to draft a new O-line to protect that quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, that makes sense, but you also have to take into consideration, right, that he play all last season? Or did he miss some games last season?
I want to say he did play all last season because he balled out.
I thought he played all last season. And ended up going 8-9 or 9-8, something like that. And so you think about that. No matter how good of a player Burrow is, and no matter how much, how many touchdowns he can throw, more than half the time or almost half the time, it wasn't good enough to beat the other team because the defense was so bad. I mean, you got to think these guys were putting up 35 plus points a game and losing half the time. So that means your defense is allowing more than 35 points a game, which is absurd. It's insane.
Yeah.
And so my thing is that they definitely need to get rid of their coordinator for sure, hands down. Because even last year, you had what's his name, Trey Hendrickson, who led the league in sacks last year. So.
True.
So Loop, you talk about the defensive line. They have a guy that can rush the quarterback, but it's everyone else around them that can't do anything. So you make a really good point with the DB. I think they would be better off doing something like that. I think if they could get a defensive coordinator, a different defensive coordinator, and a DB, I think that's what would actually help them out big time. And so here's my unpopular. Unpopular opinion. But
fire the head coach.
I mean, fire the head coach too.
Just like we talked about a couple weeks ago.
But then who takes his place as the head coach?
Stefanski.
Hell no. Hell no.
I know one coach job that got my attention.
No, well, check this out. So I was talking to Cisco about this, right? So take the Gruden would be dope. Could you imagine, bro?
Gruden and Burrows.
Gruden and Burrow in the same
with Chase. God, dude, that'd be crazy.
That'd be a weird mix-up, but boy, I would love to see it. Like all those different personalities in one room. Jesus. That'd be awesome to see. I would love to be a fly on the wall. They would definitely have to do a Hard Knocks on that one for sure.
Yeah, right.
But no, so look, so say they don't get rid of Zach Taylor, because something tells me that they're going to stick with Zach Taylor. Something just tells me that they're not going to get rid of him, and it is what it is. But you definitely got to make a change at the defensive coordinator position. So I was thinking of this. Tell me what you think. Robert Saleh right now is the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Okay. You think about where he came from. He came from the 49ers when he got the head coaching job over in New York.
Yeah.
Then he gets fired by New York midseason. Then he goes around with some other team. I forget who picked him up as like an assistant to defensive coordinator midway through the season last year. And then from there ends up going back to the 49ers as a defensive coordinator. Now, obviously, he's looking pretty good over there. But if you take a look at just the 49ers in general, and you look at how many coordinators have come out of there, whether it be offense or defense, I don't think that that's a really good place for him to be at if he's looking to get another head coaching job, because anybody can look good, it seems like, over there in San Francisco. So what do you think? How do you think Robert Saleh would look if he left the 49ers to go coach a poorly coached defensive team like the Bengals, and it somehow, some way turns them around? Do you think he would have a better shot at getting a head coaching job there? Or do you think he would just has a better job just sticking with the 49ers?
That's a great question.
So it would be a great move, but I think there's a lot of risk to that because um, what if he can't change the defense? What if they stay the same? Then it just makes him like he can't he's not a good coach at all, not a good defensive coach, and definitely not going to be ready for a head coaching job. So I
Well,
mean,
that is the risk.
well, right, that's what I'm saying. So then he would risk losing a job in the NFL. I think if he stays the same, if he moves to the Bengals and the defense stays the same, obviously it's not going to be off of 1 year. It'll be off a couple years, right? To notice that, but I think that there'd be a lot of risk to that. I mean, but it's definitely if you want to prove yourself, it's the right move. But there's just a lot of risk to it.
The reason I say like there's a risk either way, whether you're going for offense or defensive coordinators to head coaching job, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a risk
Yeah.
either way. I mean, think about Kellen Moore. You don't think that there's a risk of him taking on the worst team in the league last year, which is the Saints, who is still one of the worst teams in the league this year? There's a risk to everything that these guys do, but that's part of the job. Those guys are already groomed to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My thing is that
mean,
okay? If you
I
want
was
to
kind of
prove to
going
me that,
based off your question.
yeah, but if you want to prove to me that the Jets wasn't a fluke, then go take on the Bengals job.
Yeah, but you think what he's done and with the 49ers is enough to credit him with another head coaching job based off what he did in with the Jets? Because I'm looking back at the roster and he had a lot of talent to work with the Jets, and I remember that team didn't do much. He had Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, and then on the defensive end, he had Sauce Gardner, he had Quentin Williams, C.J. Mosley, Tyron Smith. They had a pretty decent roster, some pretty big names, and he still wasn't able to do much with them. And ultimately, like you said, getting fired in the middle of the season. So you think after that season he had with the Jets, going to the 49ers warrants him enough to take a head coaching job, especially with a team with such expectations like the Bengals.
Well, if you look at everybody else, right? Like how many times have you seen coordinators, or I'm sorry, head coaches that got fired that come back as an offense or defensive coordinator and then wind up getting rehired again as a head coach? Look at Josh McDaniels for one, right? Josh McDaniels, offensive coordinator for the Patriots, gets hired as the head coach for the Broncos, gets fired from the Broncos, gets hired back as the offensive coordinator to the Patriots, works his way back up to a head coaching job to the Raiders, gets fired from the Raiders. Now he's back on the Patriots again. Steve Spagnuolo, same thing, defensive coordinator, then gets promoted to head coach for the Giants, does like shit, gets fired. Now he's a DC for Kansas City. So there's a lot of these guys that this happens to. Cliff Kingsbury's fixing to be another one of those guys. You know what I mean? I don't know what his those
are all offensive minded coaches though.
Steve Spagnuolo was defense.
No, he's defense. I feel like
yes.
I might be wrong. I feel like it's not easier, but I feel like there's more offensive head coaches than there is, I would say, a defensive coordinator head coach.
Well, I think you might be right on that for sure too.
So I don't know. I feel like an OC is a more popular head coaching position.
Yeah, that's just again, it's an unpopular kind of conversation. I don't know what Robert Saleh's contract looks like with the 49ers, but my thing is just like, again, if you really want to get another shot at being a head coach, why not take something like that? Why not try to see because what if it's all just scheme?
You mean like for the 49ers?
Huh?
Or him? You mean like for the 49ers or?
Well, like let's just take a look. Like Cisco, you're an Eagles fan, right? Mm-hmm. Who did y'all have before Vic Fangio?
On our defense?
Yeah.
Was it Matt Patricia? Yeah, I think it was Matt Patricia.
Okay, but let's just while you look that up, let's stay with Vic Fangio for a second, right? He was a defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. They didn't have a top-ranked defense with Vic Fangio there. You know what I mean? And then he goes over to the Eagles. The Eagles weren't a top-ranked defense either, but he goes to the Eagles, schemes something up for them, and next thing you know, they become a defensive juggernaut and was part of the reason why they won the Super Bowl last year. Was a big part of the reason. So you see,
So you're saying the Bengals defense could just be badly schemed right now.
Like, what if it's a schematic problem that they have? Like, maybe they don't have as bad of players as we think they do. Think about it again. Hendrickson led the league in sacks last year. It's just that you don't see it because the team overall looks like shit. Look at Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, same thing. He's got 19 sacks, 20 sacks, whatever it is, but you don't see it because the team stinks.
Yeah, but I play with them on Madden. I scheme them the way I want to scheme them. They still suck. We still lose. So.
That's funny.
It's not the scheme. Trust me. No, I was kidding.
I can't find one where it has like one right before the other, but it has some like Jim Johnson, Jim Schwartz, Sean McDermott, Bill Davis, Sean Desai.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't recall who their defensive coordinator was either. So, but it's cool. I just know it's Vic Fangio now, and Vic Fangio has always been regarded as one of the best defensive minds.
Sean Desai.
Sean Desai was the previous guy.
Yeah, and then Jonathan Gannon.
Oh, Jonathan Gannon was a defensive coordinator?
Yep.
Oh, because it was Gannon and Shane Steichen together, wasn't it? Shane Steichen was the offensive coordinator when they went to the Super Bowl the first time, right?
Yeah.
With against the Chiefs.
Against the Chiefs, yeah.
Damn it, boy. Gannon it's been that long. Holy
and then
smokes.
Jim Schwartz was before that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, man. Well, let's move on.
What did you look up?
I don't know what
I put Eagles DC history.
See, that's what you meant. I put previous defensive coordinators for the Eagles.
Probably.
Yeah, come on,
yeah,
Cisco.
Yeah. You guys sound like an analyst and not like a high schooler searching a project.
Sorry, I didn't graduate.
I has GED.
You had to have full in order to be a full timer. Yeah. Get some, dog. Anyways, let's head over to that fight for the top seed in the AFC North. The Steelers outlasting the Ravens following a sack by Highsmith. Rodgers finished the game with 284 yards, one passing touchdown, and his first rushing touchdown since 2022. Lamar, on the other hand, two-time league MVP, has only one game this season with over 300 yards. And so, do you think that it was a better performance out of Rodgers, or do you think it was just an overall bad performance by the Ravens?
I think it was a better performance by Rodgers, especially from last week. He didn't like he did a lot better, and I say that because I feel like the Ravens aren't doing anything, man. I feel like since Lamar Jackson has come back, they haven't done anything. They're not the same team. I was just about to go out and ask, do y'all think that people have found an answer for Lamar Jackson, or is he still playing injured to where so much, but that we don't know about? Like, because something's not right with that offense, or with him at least. He's not doing the things that we know him to be doing. But is it more him, or is it more that these defensive coordinators have started to figure him out?
I think they're starting to figure him out.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Cisco. I'll let you go before I go.
So I actually have the same question in my notes here, right? What's wrong with the Ravens? Is it Lamar? But I truly think, this is my opinion, I think they need a better receiving core. Like Flowers, he's okay, but he isn't him, right? And they were hoping that with Hopkins coming in, that would improve that receiving core, but it obviously doesn't. And just with throw y'all some stats here. Now I know Lamar was hurt for majority of the season, but I just wanted to throw you some of these stats here. So Flowers has 68 receptions with 891 yards. Bateman has 18 receptions for 217 yards. And then Hopkins has 17 receptions for 257 yards. And they have a whopping total of 5 touchdowns between the three of them for the whole season. So I think they need a bigger threat out in that receiving core, so that way it could spread out the field.
So is it the receivers or is it Lamar not being able to get them the ball?
The receivers.
Well, you can see it from two different ways, because if you look at it from last game, right? Just not this past game against the Steelers, but if you look at last week he hit Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers fumbles the ball after making a big time grab that would have put them in the red zone. Isaiah Likely fumbles the ball in the end zone, which leads to a touchback because the ball rolls out of the end zone. So those are 2 touchdowns that are taken off the board for Lamar Jackson. But outside of that, Luke, because you wrote this Cisco, you wrote this monologue, right? And you talked about Lamar only having 1 game this season so far with over 300 total yards, and that's whether it's passing and rushing combined. It's all-purpose yards. He's only had 1 game over 300, and to me, I think that that's the defense is starting to understand how he operates, and they've figured him out. And I think it's him not reacting to the way that they figured him out. You know what I mean? Not playing any differently than what he has, because if you look at it, he's always relied on his legs to get him out of trouble. And I feel like defenses have figured out a way for him to use his legs in order to get him in trouble. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they've kind of used it in reverse fashion. Like, you know what? Let him use his legs. But when he uses his legs, we're going to make him get himself into trouble. Because if you look at just the way that when he starts scrambling, he's not making the same plays like he used to. He's been fumbling the ball like crazy, and it's led to just costly turnovers. I mean, again, just last week alone, he had 3 turnovers himself, two interceptions and 1 fumble, and a fumble lost.
See, and like that also tells me too, if they're gonna let him run, that they're not respecting that receiver core. They're not. They're like, well, he could throw it because these receivers are trash. So let's let him run, and we'll get him when he runs. Because if you're saying like, we'll let him run, then that means they're not respecting the receivers. So
I just don't think they trust. They're
not getting spread out.
I don't think they respect his ability to get it to the receivers at that point.
Exactly. Yeah. Well said.
No, I mean, because. I mean, I'm actually curious to see what his average.
I'll tell you, Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers, they're not garbage receivers by no stretch of the imagination.
And D-Hop is still making some phenomenal catches.
And D-Hop still has those hands.
No, I mean, like they're obviously in the NFL. They could definitely make catches, but they're not those guys. Like Hopkins is not that guy anymore to be one. And so just like on these stats I have, right? So Flowers has 68 receptions with 95 targets, right, for 891 yards. But between the 3 of them, they have 5 total touchdowns. So, like, do y'all think it's because of like you said, like he's not able to get the ball to him, or?
Well, no, I mean, he's able to get the ball to him again, but they've had a really difficult time just getting down the field in general. Look at Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's numbers are down. They're unusual. And so they have plenty of weapons. I mean, schematically, here's another issue too. Schematically, their offensive coordinator is not using their weapons to the best of their abilities.
We're kind of looking at like an Eagles situation.
Think about that, man. You got Derrick Henry, you got Justice Hill, you got Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Then you have Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and D-Hop. That's 8 different freaking weapons that you have, and you can't figure out a way to march down the field with that squad. This is my Robert De Niro impression. You can't figure it out with that squad.
Are you talking to me?
I just
You
see him
seen,
not
you see neighbors? You see neighbors
Are you talking to me?
when he does the De Niro impression?
Yeah. I think he's talking to me. You
You
talking to
talking
me?
to me?
They all thought it was a Robert De Niro party, right?
I don't think it was a party. I think they just all did the impression that they said something about De Niro, and so then they just all started making the impression or something. They talk about it
No,
like in the
they were
back
all
seats,
different De
or was it?
Niros.
Was
Yeah,
it?
they were
Oh, that's
different.
right. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. That's right.
He was like De Niro in Men of Honor, and he was another De Niro from another movie.
He was the De Niro from Meet the Fockers, wasn't it? He's like,
Yeah, yeah.
You talking to me?
Talking to me?
Oh shit.
Oh,
Anyways, back to
Oh, yeah.
reality, man. Back to reality. How's this overtime game going, boys?
I stopped watching it. My
It's-
my needs were filled.
it's,
So
uh,
Oh, okay. So you won your fantasy, huh?
I won my fantasy. That's all that mattered.
3:23 left. Bro,
And nobody
of course
scored?
AJ Brown
There's-
stopped running.
Dude.
Yeah, the Chargers have a field goal now. The Eagles have it. They're going for it on 4th down. So this is a game right here.
Uh-oh. Let me know. Play by play, pimp.
Dun
Call it.
dun
Call
dun.
it. Call it. Timeout on the field. Timeout on the field. Hey.
I'm putting it on. I'm
Hey,
putting it back
hold
on.
Hey, what if the Eagles march down the field, get the tie, and then time runs out afterwards, and they wind up tie game just like the freaking Cowboys?
Well, they're going for it. So this is game. This is for game.
Right, but what if they get the first down?
I don't know.
All right, call it. Commentate.
All right, go. 4th and 4. Eagles break the huddle.
I don't know. I can't see.
Got
Talk to me.
3 receivers
Talk to me, Luke.
left. 3 receivers left. Oh, 0 back.
We're losing
0
this
back.
game.
Everyone's on the line. Man in
Uh-oh.
We're
motion.
losing this
Oh,
game.
offsides. False start. What was it? Oh man, his eye is closed. Oh, they got a first down. They drew him offside.
Damn it, boy.
Neutral zone.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 78. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Talk to me. Watch this game end in a tie, boys. I'm telling you. Give an opportunity for the Cowboys to take the NFC East, dog.
That's
Not
crazy
bad,
though.
man.
You got to think. Justin Herbert's playing with a broken left hand right now.
That he just had surgery on this week.
Yeah, he just has
Mhm.
surgery on. Here you go.
On Monday.
Ball's about to be snapped. Let's pass play. 4-yard dump to what's his name? Goddard.
Dallas Goddard.
Goddard.
Dallas
Goddard.
Goddard. Listen here, AA Ron.
You talking to me?
Dude, at this point, we should just miss the playoffs completely, dude.
Why are you so salty, Cisco?
Dude, because like, I don't know what the hell's like going on. Like,
You just
They
have a
just didn't miss the
terrible
playoffs.
offensive coordinator.
we do.
You should just call Kellen Moore back.
Oh, man. Excuse me, sorry.
But it's Nick Sirianni's fault. Like, why don't you like realize that?
Oh,
like, I know
first
he's your boy.
down.
Like I know
The
he's
same
your
guy,
boy, but like
Goddard.
realize that like he's not fit for an OC.
I told you there's a trend.
Because
Who's his agent?
So, well, ever since you brought that up, right? I like looked it to see like what kind of cahoots they had. But so the OC was just with Sirianni when he was with the Colts, and then he moved with them to the Eagles.
Oh, interception, Chargers
No way.
on the 1-yard line. Jalen Hurts throws his 4th interception to lose the game. In overtime.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
It hasn't happened for Loop yet. Or for Cisco.
Wow. No, it happened for him.
Yeah, it
He's just
has.
processing it.
Cisco, we'll have a moment of silence for you, sir.
Yeah.
Chat, give him a moment of silence, chat.
Dude, fire Nick Sirianni too, dude. Because this
Thank you.
motherfucker, I swear.
Go ahead, Cisco.
Fire
We'll
both
give
of
you
them.
your
Fire both of them.
Give you 15 minutes of
Go.
fame, sir. Your clock starts now. 15 minutes.
Both
Go
of
ahead.
them. Both of them need to be fired. Like I'm gonna call Howie Roseman right now to fire both of them right now.
Oh my God! What a terrible throw.
The DB just read it. And he extended and put a hand on it, tipped it, and I got picked.
But still, that was way too far back for his forward momentum. Because by the time he stopped, he was like 5 yards ahead of that ball.
It definitely needed more
Look
air.
into Cisco's eyes, chat. Look into Cisco's eyes.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Eagles
He's pissed.
dropped down to 12th.
Look at his eyes, chat. That is a pissed off son of a bitch. Look at him.
Nah, I'm done watching football for the rest of the year. So when I get on, I'm not gonna let it in.
You sound like a Cowboy fan, bro.
Yeah.
It must be an
Cowboys
NFC
fans still think
thing.
they have hope. No, Cowboys fans
an
still think they got
NFC
hope. No,
Yeah.
it's not. See, but
Us
'cause they
AFC
think they still got
team,
hope.
we
Well,
ride with our team to the
I'm
end,
over
bro.
here. I'm over here saying that. Nah, they
Straight
just gotta
up.
miss the playoffs.
Must be why we have more championships.
Texans got none, but
No, the AFC.
it's actually a good stat to see. NFC.
Good little question.
I think
huh?
the AFC's winning. I think AFC's winning by 2.
The NFC leads the AFC in Super Bowl wins by 1 game.
Oh, so it flipped.
So-
Probably because of Brady.
Well, it would have been tied, but
It would have been
Jalen
because
Hurts-
the Eagles last year.
The
Yeah.
Eagles last year broke the tiebreaker.
Lame.
So we need another AFC.
Damn. So I obviously haven't updated that in 3 years.
Yeah. It's all good, man. But anyways, man, let's get back to the show because brother, we haven't even gotten to the juiciness of tonight's show yet. But
I know.
here
Let's just
comes
skip to the Houston game.
Here comes a juicy one real quick. Here comes a juicy one, man, because you have the Jags dominating the Colts, and you hate to see it, but Daniel Jones goes down with that non-contact injury, which was later confirmed it was his Achilles tear. The Jags, they held Taylor to under 100 yards and only 1 touchdown. Lawrence, on the other hand, threw for 2 touchdowns, and Travis Etienne rushed for another 2. But the Colts, dude, are just experiencing some crazy quarterback complications right now. So this is the storyline. They bench Anthony Richardson for Daniel Jones. Okay. Daniel Jones starts. While he's in the mix of starting there, Anthony Richardson has a freak accident, breaks his orbital bone in the gym, and has to go on IR. Well, then Daniel Jones last week come to find out that he suffers a fractured fibula and continues to play on it. But then this week tears his Achilles on the opposite leg.
Yeah, the
So
opposite leg.
The Achilles tear is on the other leg, not the same leg that has the break in it. So there's that issue. So then rookie quarterback from Notre Dame, Riley Leonard, who was in the national championship game last year, he comes in for Jones. And then now it's reported that he has an unspecified knee injury and is now questionable to start this week. And then obviously, while we're writing the monologues for the show, everyone gets the same alert that the Colts are now working out Phillip Rivers for quarterback, which can I confess something to y'all just real quick?
Grandpappy Rivers. What's up?
Dude, before before that even came out, I wasn't thinking Phillip Rivers. I was just thinking in my head because the question is where do the Colts go from here? And right as we wrote that,
I was thinking Flacco.
I was thinking at this point they might as well call Andrew Luck and just see if he's got a few games left in the tank, bro. See if he's got a few games left in the tank, dude. Just imagine they probably did, honestly. Up. Imagine how fired up that crowd would be to get Andrew Luck back in the building for just a few more games.
I'm sure they did call him.
This offense,
you see how skinny he is now, though?
With this offense, though?
But you see how skinny he is now? He can't he ain't taking no hits no more. That dude was thick when he was playing. He's a twig now.
Dude, I'm just saying, bro. That would be wild. Never mind about his appearance right now. Okay. Never mind about his appearance. I'm just talking about if you was to close your eyes and you hadn't imagined Andrew Luck and maybe what he looks like right now, just the name itself, imagine how nuts that fucking place would go.
Andrew Luck.
It'd be like Shane Falco coming out in the second half for the Washington Sentinels. Or not.
I didn't get that reference.
I guess not, dude. Chat, help me out, chat. The replacement.
Was that I was like, was that a late 1900s jokes or what?
Falco.
That's Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah. Brother, tell me y'all ain't seen The Replacements.
I ain't seen The Replacements.
Oh my God. You gotta be shitting me. You ain't ever seen The Replacements? Left-handed Shane Falco?
I think he broke his freaking neck.
Hey, Clifford Franklin is looking for a new hoe. Hey, can I get your autograph? You want it? You got it, scam. All right. Dude. Loop, how have you never seen The Replacements, bro?
Just never watched it. Never seen it.
That is crazy.
I was a baby when that movie came out.
Doesn't matter if you're a baby. That's like a really good movie.
Is it
an all-time? That's a really great sports movie, man. In my opinion. I mean, it's got your classic, like, damsel in distress type shit. Where he's, the quarterback gets the cheerleader and all that bullshit or whatever. But otherwise, nonetheless, it's a really good game. Like, so Falco's supposed to be like, he was this hotshot quarterback coming out of college, ends up losing the national championship game, and it kind of ruins his confidence, ruins his career, something like that. So then he goes off and just works on a boat. Meanwhile, the Washington Sentinels, which is their pro football team, has some sort of like lockout thing or whatever. So they have to find replacement players to finish off the rest of the season. And so they bring in all these crazy players that used to play football. And so like Shane Falco was the all-star quarterback for national championship team. Then you have like another guy that was a police officer that's now in like the SWAT team. You got a prisoner that's doing time in jail for God knows what that they bring out of prison to play for this team. A sumo wrestler from like China to be an offensive lineman. Dude, it's awesome, bro. It's hilarious. It's like comedic too.
Yeah, no, it was. So when I remember growing up, it was like one of the adults DVDs that they didn't let us watch. Yeah,
it's not even rated R. I think it's just like PG-13.
No, I guess it was just their movie that they didn't want us messing up.
Crazy. Well, it was a good movie, so I wouldn't want you to mess it up either. Don't be scratching my disc, dog. Don't be scratching my disc. Anyways, dude. So back to the Colts, though, dude. So I would have it would have been awesome to have seen Andrew Luck pop up on that ESPN thing. I would have been like, holy shit. Then
Fuck it,
Gruden
yeah,
all of a
Phillip
sudden
Rivers,
comes
though.
out of retirement.
Who?
I said that Gruden all of a sudden comes out of retirement. The Colts hire him as a quarterback coach for Andrew Luck. Bro, that would be wild, son. That's how you know they'd be pulling
That
out
would've been
all the
wild.
stops, dog. They're pulling out all the stops. But
Fooling
yeah,
out
so
everything.
44-year-old Phillip Rivers, dog, is trying out tomorrow for the Colts. So, anyways, back to the original question, guys. Where do the Colts go from here?
Back to the drawing board.
Well, I was gonna say too that for Daniel Jones is definitely some mad respect for him because even after tearing his Achilles, being down big and it raining and all that, he still came out to support his team, all hurt and everything. So definitely mad props for that. But yeah, I mean, I I guess it's back to the whole loop thing. I think last episode when he was like, they should just tank the rest of the season. I think that's
I didn't say
definitely
they should
coming
tank.
to
I
light
said
now.
they are gonna tank.
Yeah, you.
I said they are
Oh.
gonna tank. I don't see them winning the
Well,
rest of the season.
I don't think.
They have a
I
terrible
don't think
schedule ahead of them.
Yeah, I just don't think losing Daniel Jones was on their cards. So, but
No,
that
they didn't even need to lose
you
him though.
saying
This just
that
made it even
was
worse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
hey, but
And
they're
and the
getting
crazy
Rivers back
part is
though.
that
So
there's no timetable for Anthony Richardson either. That's the other part about it. You know, it'd be one thing if Jones went out, Riley Leonard had to come in to save the day, and Anthony Richardson could start the following week. But there's no timetable when this dude's going to be back.
yep. I had a question on here too. I mean, because I definitely don't see them making the playoffs with that. Because with that loss, it drops into 42% chances of making the playoffs. But do you still have Taylor in your MVP conversation?
No,
No,
unfortunately not. No,
he's been
he ain't. I
he's
mean,
been shut down the last 3 or 4 games.
yeah. I mean, you think about it. This loss right here put them on a 3-game losing streak. But dude, just to think about the fall off, bro. You start the season off 7-1, and now you're 8-5. Since starting 7-1, you've gone 3-1 since. Or I'm sorry, no, you've gone 4-1. I'm sorry, 1-4. Shit, 1-5 actually.
1-4.
God damn, my math is all jacked
Okay,
up.
okay, wait, time out.
You started off. You
Time out.
started off
What's the
7
final
and
record?
1. You started off 7-1, and since then you've gone 1 win and 4 losses. You've gone 1-4. My bad. I'm sorry. I was juggling a couple of different
Someone
things.
wasn't paying attention in math class.
Hey, math was my subject, pimp. Math was my subject.
It was reading. It was reading. No,
Like I said, I was juggling a bunch of different things. So my apologies. It's hard out. It's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
But yeah, like I said, the Colts are going to tank the rest of the season. Even more so now. They got terrible matchups for them the rest of the next couple of games. They're going to drop down to 3rd. Houston's going to go to 1st, hopefully, because the Jaguars are going to lose to the Broncos.
It's actually going to bring up my
Next
next
game.
point because I think all the news from the Colts, obviously with Daniel Jones and Taylor not performing like he did the first games, and now Rivers seeing about coming back. Think that overshadowed. Do y'all think the Jags can make a deep run in the playoffs based on the way they're playing?
I don't know about deep run.
Because I mean, because the AFC as it stands right now, you have, of course, the Jags, Broncos, Bills, Patriots, Steelers, Texans, and Chargers. That's that. If it ended today, that'll be who will be in the playoffs.
I say let's wait to see
just
how they
based
do
on-
against the Broncos. I say let's wait to see how they do against the Broncos before I can make a solidified answer with that, because I feel like the Jags, as lethal as they can be, they definitely have to be healthy. They have to have Brian Thomas Jr. out there. If they don't have Brian Thomas Jr. out there, it's a wrap. That's my first and foremost. That's either which way, no matter how which way you slice it, they have to have BTJ on there. But outside of that, I feel like just the Jags can sometimes be so inconsistent that they get hit with the worst things that could possibly happen at all the wrong times too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like look at the
Yeah.
whole thing against the Chiefs, right? Like Trevor Lawrence, freaking falling down at the goal line, falling down twice and getting back up. I mean, that was just the luck of the draw that
Granted,
he
he
was
got
able
the
to get
touchdown.
that he was able to get back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's him falling down like that, and then all it takes is somebody touching him, and it's a sack, just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
And
because
I
they
haven't
can be so
heard-
inconsistent like that, I don't see them making a big playoff run. But let's see how they do against the Broncos, because if they can show some fight against the Broncos, then maybe I might have a different opinion about it. Because late in the season.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair. And I know Hunter was placed on IR. I haven't heard anything since from him. I don't even know what he went to IR for.
as far as I knew, he was out for the season. Like, he ain't coming back at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, as far as I knew, he was out for the
I know.
season. I want to say he had to have knee surgery, I think is what it was.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I don't know if it says it on here, because he's not even on the injury list, bro.
Sure.
So I want to say he's I want to say he had knee
Oh yeah,
surgery.
season-ending knee injury. Yeah, to repair his LCL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one, not the ACL,
Lateral
the LCL.
Collateral ligament.
Collateral ligament. Lateral
Did you say
collateral ligament.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you say collateral?
Cole.
You couldn't
think
read
I don't
collateral.
remember what I said.
You couldn't read
No.
collateral.
See, I told you. I didn't go to school, Pam.
Jackie turned in all your
And
assignments for you.
And who names a body part collateral? That's not even what collateral means.
It's a double.
What's
entendre,
collateral
bro.
mean?
It has two different meanings.
Let's see. Now, collateral things like stuff you have, like you could put up stuff you have.
But it's stuff that you fall back on. So it's like a backup plan
Yeah, but stuff you have
in case if the first plan
yeah,
doesn't
it's stuff
work.
you have, bro.
So I'm assuming the ACL
have
is probably the
collateral. You have
first
stuff.
ligament. The LCL is probably the second.
No,
ligament.
so you have
Or vice versa.
you have four ligaments in your knee. You have the ACL, the MCL, the PCL, and the LCL. You have the lateral collateral, the medial collateral, the anterior cruciate, and the posterior cruciate. So the
Man, you're
ACL
smart,
and the
dude.
PCL are both in the middle. Dude, I love knees. I if I was gonna go to school for something, it was gonna be for sports medicine, and I took a really big focus in the knees. I loved working on knees, so that would make sense. Like that's why you have the LCL and the PCL on the outside. Not the PCL, is the one of those. It's been a while.
So you're good. You're good on your knees, is what you're saying. You know your knees. Is that what
I
you're
can help yours.
You know what I mean?
No, but I can help you with yours if you've been on them too long.
Hey, it's hard out here for a pimp, baby. You know what I'm saying?
shit.
That's how it is down here, baby.
That's funny. That's
Anyways,
funny.
dude, so let's move on to the game that has the most controversy, guys. Shall we? Can we get started with
Let's
this?
do it.
The most controversy. Let's see.
Yeah. Do we got to start rolling the tape now? We're recording, right? Let's just make sure we get this on recording.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Tennessee Titans take on the Cleveland Browns. The Tennessee Titans come away with this win 31-29. But there's just so much controversy on this, okay? Before we get into the controversy, let's just talk purely stats, okay? You got Cam Ward that throws for 117 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. You got Tony Pollard that rushed for 161 yards and 2 touchdowns. From there, on the Cleveland Browns side, you got Shedeur Sanders that goes off 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay. He rushes for another 29 yards and a touchdown as well. Okay. Has his best game yet so far. But leading up on the final drive, okay, Cleveland scores. They're going for a 2-point conversion to tie the game. And they pull Shedeur Sanders out of the game. They run like this wildcat formation. It's like a fake handoff to the right, but then they're supposed to fake it off back to the left, but then he doesn't fake. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a lot of memes going around right now with the Waterboy reference, how the coach is like, he fakes to the right, but he doesn't. He fakes to the left. He's supposed to fake to the right, but then he fakes to the left at the same time. And he's just like, I don't know where I'm at. Well, that's exactly what happened.
With the bucket hat.
These guys fake to the right. They're supposed to fake to the left, but they don't fake to the left. So he keeps going to the right, but then he has to scramble back to the left, throws the football up in the air, tosses a prayer, doesn't even get it in the end zone. It's at like the 5-yard line. And the whole game goes to shit in literally 3 seconds. I mean, it's absolutely
sounds like a Browns play.
And
it's the second freaking time that Kevin Stefanski has done this to Shedeur Sanders.
But mind you, too, there's also an important piece of information. The previous 2 drives, well, that drive included, Shedeur brought the Browns down to score touchdowns. Last 2 drives. And pull them out on the 2-point conversion.
So he was on fire.
How do you pull your starting quarterback out?
To have a clutch moment to win the game.
Dude, you have a guy that damn near freaking had almost 400 total yards of offense and accounted for 4 of your touchdowns. He accounted for every one of your touchdowns. And you pull him out of the game for the game-tying 2-point conversion. Mind you, your team is eliminated. You're going nowhere. See what you got in the kid, dude. That right there just drives me absolutely nuts, bro. Drives me freaking nuts, man.
Well, and I guess the light at the end of the tunnel, I guess you could say, is Sanders' press conference, where he's still humble about it.
Oh my God, dude. Yes. Did you get his quotes? Because if not, I have them here, I think.
No, I didn't.
I thought I had saved his quote somewhere. I guess I didn't. But dude, I mean, my God, dude, the way that he handled they're talking to him about like, hey, like, what did you think of the play call of pulling you out? And he's like, well, I'm not ever gonna go against what my coach says. You know, and it's almost kind of like they're trying to rage bait him into throwing Kevin Stefanski under the bus. But dude,
they're trying to create the chaos.
Hats off to Shedeur, man, and hats off to freaking Dion, dude. Him just like training him up to just be as good as he is in the media to these people. I mean, granted, we all know that Dion had to deal with it his whole life. But most of the time when the father's usually pretty good at it, the kids never really are. but that's not the case in this particular case. Like, Shador's got it. You know what I mean? But again, dude,
Deion says whatever
I
he
mean,
wants to
but
the media. What do you mean?
What do you mean? He trained up
He
his
says
kids
whatever he
not to take.
wants.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that he was great. He was great with what he did in the media. No matter how much, if you look at the way that he is right now in front of the media, yeah, he says whatever he wants, but he doesn't dive into the rage baiting. Because that's essentially what they're trying to do. They're trying to rage bait him into throwing somebody under the bus. And that's what I'm saying is that
Trying to get some stories.
when the parents are usually that good in the media, like, or just in anything in general, when the parents are usually good at that, it never really translates down to the kid. Look at LeBron James and his son. Hate to say it, hate to bring up LeBron James and all this, right? He's gonna catch some strays tonight. But look at look at. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
dude, Bronny's trash though.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. The kid never really is as good as the parent. You see what I mean? But that's not the case here with Shador's. He took what he learned from his dad and is applying it full force and looks good in the media. You know what I mean? He's not taking the rage bait. No matter how bad they try to rage bait him, he's never digging into it, man. And so again, just like I said, man, just mad respect for the guy because, dude, most people might not have.
It's easy to get mad right now. If you're him,
it would be. It would be very easy for him to get mad.
Well, dude, I mean, just think of it. I mean, because I like to tie it back to like a basketball game. You know, like fourth quarter, you're down to the last second, you need a shot to the win. Let's pull our best player out that's going to hit the shot. Let's pull him out. Like, the guy's hot.
Exactly.
He literally just scored 5 buckets in a row.
But at the same
And
time,
also,
it's like the Golden State Warriors pulling out Iguodala.
with the fate of the universe on the line, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, but again, seriously, you're going nowhere, dude. That at the end of the day, Luke, that's what I'm getting at. And Cisco, I think you agree with me on this. You're going nowhere.
Yeah.
You have no clue what you're going to do with your franchise at this point. You might as well see if you got something at the quarterback position. He just showed you that he's good for 4 tuds. He just showed you that he's good for nearly 400 yards. You're going to pull him out on the game that has the ability to take this thing into overtime? And how do you not know what kind of damage he does then? What if he marches down the field, scores a touchdown, and then your defense takes over and you sack Cam Ward or you intercept him or whatever the case may be? Maybe
yeah, I mean, he didn't sound like he's having a good throwing day.
Yeah, Cam Ward, I mean, he really didn't do anything. It was more Tony Pollard than anything.
Pollard, yeah.
Yeah, 161 yards on the ground.
And I was going to ask y'all too. Yeah, 162, I think. But I was going to ask y'all too. At what point do you think the Browns' ownership pulled the plug on Stefanski?
I mean, it's going to have to be at the end of the season. They got to get rid of him.
Because I mean, like the whole saga since the beginning of the season. It's, I mean, I really don't understand how it's that hard to lead a team like that. You know, like you're obviously not making the playoffs. You have this quarterback that's now starting, that's doing pretty well for you, but it's like you're trying to hold him down.
Well, it's like he's purposely trying to make his record match what fucking Dylan Gabriel's record is. He's trying to make it match on purpose with purpose. Yeah. So that way he can be the one with the last laugh to be like, oh, hey, ha, ha, ha. Y'all were talking all the shit saying Sanders is the next guy. Well, look at him. He's got the same record as Dylan Gabriel. If not, matter of fact, he's got a worse record. Well, yeah, if you weren't throwing fucking games, you arrogant piece of shit. because that's what you're being right now. You're being an arrogant piece of shit by pulling the best player on the fucking field off. That's what you're doing. And you lost the game. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Sorry. Anyway.
Yep.
And what I don't see too is how other players aren't speaking up.
They're
right. Like, what's
contractually
going on?
Because we could all see it.
They're contractually obligated maybe to not say something. No, I get it. I get you.
So,
mind you, I'm just kidding, by the way, just so y'all know.
no.
About
But-
the
and then
whole
so, like,
contractually obligated.
on my question
Go
that
ahead.
I asked, I know I was talking about like when,
Losing.
like, do you at what point do the ownership pull the plug? But do you think they even would pull the plug on Stefanski this offseason?
If ownership makes the decision, then yes. Because obviously him and Andrew Berry are in the bed with Jimmy Sexton. They're in the same bedroom
And
together.
Dylan Gabriel
And Dylan Gabriel. Exactly.
and
So-
then Orlovsky.
So if ownership makes the decision, which it should be ownership that makes the freaking decision, I'm getting rid of both of those guys. I'm getting rid of the GM and I'm getting rid of the coach. There's too much Jimmy Sexton
Yeah.
around this fucking office right now. He needs to get the hell out. You have invaded my space here, and you have
Yeah, it's like
and you have caused a cancer within my organization.
well, and it's crazy because you see the Browns fans, they go crazy for Sanders.
Oh, dude, they love it. They love it, bro, because they know Cleveland Browns fans know what the hell they have. And they're being deprived of potential greatness. Not everybody looks good in college.
Yeah, because
and
I mean,
know
he's
that's
that
where.
dude.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Well, I was just going to say that not everybody looks great in college, right? So, some of these quarterbacks coming out of college, they didn't look so great. You know, they weren't national champions like some of these other quarterbacks that you see. But just because they weren't national champions or whatever doesn't mean that they weren't legit, that they can't be a legit quarterback in the NFL. Because look at some of the recent champions that don't pan out to be. Look at Will Howard. Will Howard hasn't even stepped on the field. This dude's a national champion, just held the trophy last year, hasn't even stepped on the field. He was drafted in the 5th round. He was drafted after Shedeur. So what do you think? What do you think that says, right? And so I see a lot of people like in our video that we posted, right? There's a lot of people in there talking in the comments, talking about, well, he was trash in college. He played nobody in college. Okay, that's fine. Nobody heard of Brady coming out of college. And look at how that turned out. You know, Aaron Rodgers wasn't, I don't remember Rodgers being touted the way that, you know, maybe like a Baker Mayfield was, or Jalen Hurts, or Tua Tagovailoa. I don't remember Aaron Rodgers being touted that loud. Look at how he turned out. Russell Wilson, same thing.
Yep.
So you can't sit here and tell me that there's not potential greatness in Shedeur if you at least give him the shot. But by completely taking him off the field, brother, you're not even giving him the opportunity. You're cutting the legs out from right underneath him.
Right. Well, and to be doing as good as he is doing with, seems like Stefanski said in the games, it seems like he does have a lot of potential.
Dude, he was slinging it, bro. Slinging it.
So, I mean, I don't know how all that works with like rookie season. Like, does he get traded or can he leave and whatnot? But definitely needs to go somewhere else. Or if Stefanski leaves, that'll be better too. But
what you got?
I just don't know how that works with.
You've kind of let us say our
I didn't
piece this
catch
whole
the
time,
game,
dude.
I didn't catch the game, so I'm getting updated by y'all and everything.
That's all right. Well, when you get a chance, dude, go watch the highlights, bro.
I'm here.
I'm telling you,
I'm here for the ride.
dude. I'm telling you, boy was hot. He was hot, boy. He was looking fucking good, dude. And it's like I don't know why I have so much like I guess hope for him, but bro, like I'm like really freaking rooting for this guy, man. Just because of all the hate that he gets in the
Yeah.
media and everything like that, like, and there's really no reason other than just because of his dad. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, his dad is cool as fuck, and everybody hates him because of it. Because he rocks with the swag. He just sits there and knocks the dirt, pop my collar type thing. You know what I mean? Like Deion's cool as fuck. And people hate that. He's such a positive mind, and there's such negative people in this world, bro, that just cannot stand people who just have like a positive outlook on life, on everything in general. They absolutely hate people like that. People just love misery. Misery loves company.
Misery loves company, yo.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, dude.
I mean, I don't know. I just hope they make something with the whole Stefanski thing, like, because that should have been something done a while ago.
Yeah. Well, and Stefanski reported that he was going to start the rest of the season, which, in my opinion, rightfully so, he should. Okay. But you're going to hear a lot. There's going to be a lot of eyes.
This long to say that?
There's going to be a lot of eyes on their games for the rest of the season here on out to see what type of plays are being called for Shedeur, what it's going to look like at the end of the game. Is he going to give them opportunities to go win the game if they're in close games or not? And if he continues to go down and making the same decisions, dude, you're done. You're done. You're gone.
Yeah, he should be gone.
You're gone.
That's garbage. That's garbage.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm done with that rant, man. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go off on a rant there. I'm pretty sure you guys knew that I was going to go off on this whole subject too, because that's like a really close subject to heart for me. But anyways, man, let's go to the game that we've all been waiting for. It's really just Loop. Loop's the one that's been waiting for this game because he knew this was going to be the last.
No, not me as much as you.
Segment. He knew this was the last segment.
Not me as much as you. I think you're more happy to announce what you're about to announce.
Oh wait, God, you getting me excited, baby. Let me find the game real quick so I can tune into it real quick. Shit.
Why are you so excited, Steven? Why are you so excited?
Bro.
What happened? What did they do?
I'm just a hater, bro. I'm just a hater. Okay.
There's just people in this world that hate to see positive people.
Hell no. No, what it is, it's my wife, bro. Okay. Hopefully she's not watching, but just so you know, okay, the wife is like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. And so she's all like, oh my God, because of Tay-Tay and everything. And so every time freaking football comes on, I got to hear the freaking Chiefs. And then all last season, it was like every freaking play, there goes the camera panning over to Taylor Swift. And then here comes my wife. And I'm just like, oh my God. Every time they score, Kelsey's so hot. Yeah, every time they score, oh my God, bro. It's just so annoying. So annoying. I swear she's going to walk in here behind me and slap the shit out of me. I guarantee you. She's probably watching. She's probably one of the Anyway, so whenever they get in their ass kicked, the wife hates it. She's, oh my God. Oh my. It always happens. I never get it. And I'm like, what? And then the flags get called. And she's like, oh my God. They never have any flags go their way. And I was like, oh, don't you go there. And I don't know if she's rage baiting me or if she's being for real. All right. But when the Chiefs lose in this motherfucking household, it's a great day. It's a great day. And so the Texans, baby, are my new America's team, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because they took down the Chiefs. They took down the Chiefs 20-10 and damn near have eliminated the Chiefs from playoff contention, baby. They still have a 16% chance. Okay. So they're not quite out just yet. But my God, did you see Patrick Mahomes and did you see Travis Kelce on the sideline? Kelce over here meditating like this. That boy trying just trying to full on meditate, bro. He was done. He got laid the fuck out, bro. Laid out. He got
All
hit
of them did,
hard.
bro.
Oh, what happened to Cisco?
I don't know, but he was lagging on my screen earlier, so he probably started reconnecting and just left.
All right, we'll get him back here. But man, Patrick Mahomes has one of his worst games of the season. 160 yards passing, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, completed only 42% of his passes. Okay. Meanwhile, CJ Stroud, 203 yards, 1 touchdown. Him only also completing 48% of his passes. But you got Marks, okay, 26 attempts, 68 yards. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. What is it? Agon Bowale?
Ogunbowale?
Yeah, something like that, boy. Something like that, dog. He goes for his rushing touchdown. And man, just a straight up defensive showdown, dude.
How many picks did he throw?
Who? Mahomes?
Pat.
3, I think.
3.
Yeah.
3.
3 interceptions, bro. So I saw a clip,
hit,
and
that Petrie hit was fucking
good. Violent, bro. Here's the thing. I saw a clip, and I couldn't agree more. I don't remember exactly who it was. I think it was Acho, but one of them said that the Texans have the scariest defense in the league. So scary that receivers and tight ends are scared to run their routes because of how violent the Texans are right now and how hard they're playing and how hard they're hitting these people. They're scared to go out there and try to make a play because they're going to get punished. And I was like, damn. And they're like, if you look back at the last play, you see Travis Kelce bobbling for this ball. And who's running at him? None other than the personal foul king, Al-Shaair, coming to take his head off. It's like,
dude, did you see him?
That's a valid point, man.
Bro, he got straight speared. So he's bobbling. The ball's back here. So his body's wide open. And you see somebody just come in, just straight gut punch him. But I mean, it was with their pads. But it was just like, and I was like, damn, that boy out, son.
Oh, nasty, bro.
And then who was it? Rashee Rice or Hollywood Brown that got hit by Petrie? Clean hit, by the way. Clean hit. Every Chiefs fan talking about, it's roughing the guy, unnecessary. Clean hit, bro. It was with the shoulder.
Nah,
clean
he
hit.
led with the shoulder. The heads just happened to collide and with some contact. There's some contact, of course. That was clean as day, bro. He leveled that dude, man.
Petrie's got on the Guardian cap. Okay, so it's no harm, no foul. It gave the other player extra cushion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's fine.
That's why he got right back up. He wasn't concussed.
That's why he fell, because it bounced.
Yeah.
Now
I thought Rice was fucked up for a little bit though.
He got rocked, bro.
It did.
Okay, so, I want to hear the hot take.
I mean, it's not really a hot take, but I still think the Chiefs are making the playoffs. And Mahomes is playing well this season. It's the team letting them down on offense. They're not able to make plays. So I don't think it's on Mahomes.
I started Justin Herbert in fantasy today over Patrick Mahomes, and I was glad I did. You know why? Because Herbert got me 8 points.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's not Mahomes' fault.
Which means Patrick Mahomes got me less than 8 points.
Yeah, but if you look at it, if you saw the game, it wasn't his fault.
But is it?
That's not. It wasn't Mahomes' fault.
Look, dude.
No, I mean
I
get it.
can
Right?
sit right here and
he's
tell
got the
you
drop
that
passes.
that they played with the second/third string O line. I can sit here and tell you that they had some key players missing on defense, and they did. All this might be true, but you know what else is true? The Texans still won, and that's all that matters.
But that's not going against my take, though. Which I'm still
No,
saying the
well,
Chiefs are making
Yeah,
the
it is.
playoffs.
to go
No, it's not.
against your take, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say I disagree with what you're saying, right? Because it isn't all. The reality is there was some drop passes, yes, but at the same time, the same thing can be true for both ends, for both sides or both ends of the table, right? If we want to get real here, okay. Number one, the receivers can do a better job
Man, we should
catching.
have like a thing that comes down.
Yeah, but number two, okay, Patrick Mahomes can throw a better ball at the same time. Okay, because if you look, the Travis Kelce, the two passes that he dropped, neither one of them were to his chest. They were both off to the side. So Kelsey's going opposite way, ball's thrown behind him. So he's got to reach back and try to grab that ball. Okay, the fumble that led, or the catch that led to the interception. Okay, same exact thing. It's not a clean ball thrown right to him. It's off to the side. That's why it winds up behind him, or whatever the case may be. The only one that was on target that you can blame the receiving core on all the way through is the Rashee Rice one. That was right to his chest, goes right through his hands, never makes contact with that ball, bounces right off of his chest. But even with
Well, then that one where he caught the ball got hit.
If you look at the Kareem Hunt is running this way and the ball's thrown right here. While he's going this way, the ball's thrown behind him right here, up over his shoulder. So he's not putting this ball in the most easiest places to catch. And so the same thing can be true for both sides. The receivers need to do a better job, but Mahomes needs to do a better job as well throwing that football. And that would be my argument to you on that, sir.
I don't see the Chiefs making the playoffs because there's no way they're gonna. I don't think so it's the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Raiders. Who's the third team? And the Chargers, right?
Yeah. And they face the Chargers next week, who just took down the Eagles.
Yeah, the Chiefs ain't making the playoffs.
And they beat the Chiefs to start the season off.
Then
they go play the Titans, and then they go back to playing the Broncos.
I told y'all before, it could be the AFC Championship. It could be whoever you want, Broncos and Patriots if you want, or whoever you want to put in there. Chiefs are still making the playoffs.
He said, I don't care what you say. You say, he say, we say, Lakers in 5.
What do the Chiefs got to do to make the playoffs?
Win out, for sure.
They got to win out for sure. But winning out would also cause...
Win out their last 4 games against the Chargers, Browns, Steelers, and Broncos. Even then, with that 6-7 record, they need to...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to lower it down.
Did she say the Browns? They don't even play the Browns. They play the Titans.
She said they need to win out the last 4 games: the Chargers, the Browns, the Steelers, and the Broncos.
Yeah, that's like probably last year. It's Chargers, Titans, Broncos, and Raiders. So that's what I'm saying. They're gonna for sure win 2 games. They'll beat the Titans, they'll beat the Raiders. So that's gonna put them at 8-7. Then you gotta give them whatever their chances are against the Chargers and the Broncos. I think the Chargers can take them. I think the Chargers will take them because I think that the Chargers' defensive front 4 is way too powerful for those third string linemen. So I think they're going to give Mahomes some issues all over again. So I wouldn't be shocked if they lose that game. So that would put them at 8-8 right there. So the Broncos, we'll call it a coin flip because it is going to be an Arrowhead, but it's Thursday, so it's going to be on a short week. And it's on Christmas Day. So it's like, I don't know, man. That they could go 8-9 or they're going to go 9-8.
That's top 5 defense, though.
But if they beat I think what it is, I think if the Chargers beat them, I think they get eliminated.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
if the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, the Broncos are like 10-2 right now. So that's not going to change much in the standings. They're not even close to the Broncos. But it's the Chargers game that I think that matters the most. So I think if the Chargers win, they completely get eliminated.
Even then, they'll still make the playoffs. Roger Goodell make a call or something.
Vegas will make the call, right?
Yeah,
Vegas will make the call.
that's funny.
All the
Anyways,
teams ahead of
man.
them are going to call and deny the playoff game.
Hey, but you know what? Let's shift to another topic here real quick. Let's shift to another topic. Something that we didn't discuss throughout the show. But what was y'all's take
UFC.
with Jade? What was y'all's take with Jaden Daniels playing this past weekend? What was y'all's opinion on that?
Is this another RG3 2.0?
Yep.
Because
He played?
yeah,
He played
but like so
and
like
re-injured the same elbow that he hurt just a few games ago.
and like your playoff chances are like non-existent at this at that point. Like, why even play him? Like, have him recover. Like, it makes no sense. No sense at all.
You are risking your
That's
franchise.
terrible. I didn't know they
on
started him.
You are risking your franchise on this kid that you just drafted last year in a game that has no implications to whether or not you're going to make the playoffs. And on top of that, you also lose your tight end. Did you see the hit on Zach Ertz?
Oh yeah, his leg.
And that's
Ooh,
because
Achilles is gone.
and that's
I'm
because
sorry, his ACL gone.
that's because Zach Ertz, bro, he just passed up Shannon Sharp for the tight end. He was like fifth most yards by a tight end all time. So I mean, the guy's having a Hall of Fame like career, and his knee gets blown to bits and pieces on that play, dude. Like, just terrible.
Dude.
So much crap is going wrong, and I feel like it all started from the moment they decided that they didn't want to pay Terry McLaurin at the beginning of the season. I feel like that's when it all started, all the chaos.
Yeah.
All the turmoil, because when you decide not to want to pay a player that's been in your franchise since you drafted him, he's the guy that you put all your eggs in the basket with, has been there with you throughout your highs and your lows, and then you don't want to pay the guy. What does that tell you to the rest of the freaking? What does that tell the rest of the players there in the locker room? Why should I even try? Why should I even try at this point? And you know what? It's costing you your quarterback right now, because y'all are playing like y'all are managing your whole franchise like idiots.
Yeah, that's definitely a turmoil. It's a disaster.
Yeah. But anyway, Loop, so I definitely know that you want to get into some UFC, brother. So I'm gonna let you take it away on this one, brother. Any questions that you got for us, you just rattle them off, man. But why don't you go ahead and talk to us about these games for the UFC, these matchups?
Did y'all watch them?
I did not.
Did y'all
I watched
anything?
the highlight. I watched the highlight for the Pantoja fight, and so I do want to ask you a question about that, but I'll wait for us to get to that point.
What? Okay, so then I'll rattle off the fight. I think there was only like 3 fights or 4 fights that went to a decision. Every other fight was a finish. So from the first fight, you had KO, submission, KO, decision, KO, decision, submission, KO, draw, decision, KO, and then the decision at the end. But the decision at the end was like one of the best fights. It was so hard to pick fight of the night. Like, there was probably 4 or 5 fight of the night contenders. Yes.
I heard that the prelims went off. Like, the prelims
Yes,
were badass.
dude, the prelims went off, bro. Yes, there were so many knockouts. And then there was like this one fight that lasted like 90, not even like, it was like, maybe it was like 90 seconds. And each guy got dropped like 2 times before the guy finally just died in the middle of the octagon. Just like it was insane. They both came,
was that
just
the
started
2 guys that just
throwing
started
blows, like,
just going?
dude, it was like 10 seconds in the freaking middle school hall room, like restroom. Like, bro, they just went at it. It was a brawl. It was little to no technique. I'm gonna hit you in the face. You're gonna hit me back, and we're gonna see who gives up first.
Pretty much.
Crazy fight, bro. Crazy fight. And then you had a fight in Jalen Turner versus Edson Barbosa. Edson Barbosa being a little bit past his days. He's getting close to 40. And you had Jalen Turner, which is a maniac, a freak of nature, just absolutely destroying this old man. Should have never been sanctioned, in my opinion. That fight should have never been happened. Should have never happened. Never happened. Dude, there's just so many brawls. What was your question though? What I don't know what was your question about the Pantoja fight? Because that was getting a lot of hate right now.
Yes. So it's not really my question. It's really more of somebody's comment on TikTok that I saw. And so I actually got the comment right here. So I'm going to show it on the screen so that way everybody at home can see. I'll just read it off to you. Let's see here. Okay. So this is from Philip Loves Johnny on TikTok. It says, Dana White, I am so disappointed in the rules and finale of Pantoja versus Van. How can someone get injured with an eye poke and it's a no contest, but a broken arm to a complete accident? Please change the rules to all accident injuries to A, and then I didn't get the rest of it there. What would be your response to
no contest
to Philip Loves Johnny? If Philip Loves Johnny was on the show right now, what would you say to him? Because and keep in mind, it looks like this is a young man, so make sure you go easy on him, okay?
An eye poke is a foul, therefore it is worthy of a no contest. That accident was an accident due to an action in fighting, so therefore it ends the fight. There is no foul committed in how Pantoja dislocated his shoulder. Is what they're saying. It's a shoulder dislocation. He threw a high kick. He got caught. He got pushed. He landed on it wrong. Stuff like that happens in a fight. If injuries happen in a fight, there are kicked in the nuts or something.
Yeah.
Then we'll be saying a different story. But the fact that everything was legal, that's what foul committed.
Awesome. Purely awesome
take, dude. Awesome take. Anyways, dude. So the reason I brought that up is because I think that's what you were talking about when you said that fight is getting a lot of hate right now, or getting a lot of heat right now, is because I feel like that was the everyone was obviously comparing it to the similar issue, or I say similar, but really not so similar issue to what happened to the whole Aspinall fight. And so I think a lot of people were just kind of disappointed. Now, on the flip side of that, do you think that Dana White kind of schedules that rematch at some point as soon as Pantoja's arm heals? Apparently, it wasn't even his elbow. It looked like his elbow, and apparently it was a shoulder.
Conference. I'll be fighting for a belt. Oh, thanks.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of hate, and it's like people are hating on Van because he's celebrating, and it to like get mad at him because he did nothing wrong. He did. Ball down, breaking his arm. He won the fight, rightfully
Yeah.
so. He's the money. Like that's what I got to say. Like, how can you blame him for doing that?
Yeah.
Y'all are laughing. What's going on? y'all want to laugh? What are y'all holding in?
It's because this whole time
I'm
on
so
our
lost.
side we can't hear you. But the reason why I'm not interrupting you is because when we can't hear you, when we do the video playback, you're always talking. And we hear so like people on YouTube can probably hear you, but we can't.
Yeah.
So that's
Like
why we're
literally
just
your
sitting
whole
here
tape.
like
Like
the
your
whole entire
tape.
time
Yeah.
we can't hear you.
Well, say
See, like, right-
something.
Well, that's just it though. We know that everybody else can hear you. We're the ones that can't hear you. So we wanted you to get your takes out first, full-fledged in real time. So that way you're excited for it. I feel like he's gone. There he is.
I'm just like, okay, these guys are just like trying to rage bait me into something, and I don't know what I'm saying.
No.
I was like, I'm not saying anything. I'm like, what are they trying to do?
No, it's because, like I said, we know that the fans at home can hear you. And every time we go to play the playback, you're talking the whole time when we can't even hear a word you're saying. So we were just letting it roll this time without you even knowing, because it was just like, all right, people at home will hear you. It's all good.
Wow.
Real emotion the first time.
But yeah, we wanted that raw emotional take from you, dude. That's what we were looking for. We didn't want you to be all upset because it was once it got to your segment, your camera started acting up. That's not what we wanted. Okay,
Y'all
so
didn't
we
even hear what
wanted
I
that-
said then.
We wanted that raw emotion. Yeah, but the fans at home heard you, and that's what's more important.
I was just talking to a wall.
Oh,
You're
no,
talking to
you
chat.
weren't. You were talking to America.
Talking
Word.
to chat.
You were
Word.
addressing the nation.
All our fellow Americans, leave Joshua Van alone. He is innocent.
But at the same time, I feel like I could kind of understand what you were saying too. I could kind of read your lips, and so yeah.
So would y'all want to know what I said or something? Like I don't know where we go now. What's that?
Well, you were talking about going back to the Van fight with Pantoja. What I feel like you were trying to say is exactly what you just reiterated right now, was that a lot of fans are giving him a lot of hate because of the way that he was celebrating that fight. But at the end of the day, it's not his fault that Pantoja's arm broke. It's not like he did it on purpose or anything of that nature. It's just a win is a win, and you're going to celebrate those however which way you can get them, is what I feel like you were kind of saying.
Yeah, and then the thing is, like, even if it was on purpose, that'd mean he'd won even more.
True. Because, I mean, there are people that have broken arms in Kimura locks, arm bars, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They've broken their arm.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's what I'm saying. He did nothing wrong. No fouls were committed. He defended it every way he should have, every way he could have. And that was just a reaction from an action taken in fighting. They can't hate him. Freak accident. Pantoja was on the verge of becoming one of the best ever to do it. He still had 6 title fights to catch up to Mighty Mouse's record in the flyweight division, but it did look like he could have got there at one point. So with this happening, Dana giving him an immediate rematch as soon as he's ready is 100% justifiable. And maybe he wins it back, and maybe he can get some more defenses so he can help try to claim that greatness, but we'll see. But Pantoja is definitely one of the greatest fighters in the UFC, and he
I was
Who do
gonna
you
deserves a
ask
think?
you.
rematch.
Who do you think Van's gonna face next? Then right
He's
off the
gonna
rip.
fight that Tariatu guy, that Japanese kid that just came in that fought before them.
Okay,
Yeah,
Cisco, what you got? You gonna ask something?
Yeah, Loop. I don't know if I ever asked you, but who's your goat?
my goat. The goat's John Jones. John Jones. Like you put anybody in the room with John Jones and see who's walking out. It's John Jones. 100 times out of 100.
Yeah, you see him in there. You see him in a room fighting a bear. You better jump in and help the bear.
You helped the bear.
Oh shit! Yeah,
John Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones. And I don't understand how it's like even like like a topic of discussion. Like I never understand.
Debatable.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's debatable. Like I don't see a debate for anybody else realistically. Like
Who do you think outside of Jones? Who do you think comes the closest to
GSP.
him? Which is who I think that a lot of other people kind of argue for, right?
Yeah, because they'll say
They
because
kind of take sides between one or the other.
yeah, everyone's gonna say GSP because he's natural. Uh, because he's natural. He didn't get popped for steroids. That's pretty much the only reason. But GSP has a couple of losses. John Jones never lost. John Jones only loss is a disqualification because the referee, for whatever reason, wouldn't stop the fight. It should have been stopped like 10 elbows before
Yeah,
he threw an illegal elbow. Like if anyone's ever seen
Mhm.
that replay. And
Yeah.
No,
then
for sure.
GSP mixed it up. He fought on the hands, and then he's one of the best fighters to wrestle and do jiu-jitsu. So does John Jones. He kickboxes everybody, and then there's not like a single opponent he hasn't taken down and hasn't controlled on the ground. So it comes down to it like man, it's hard because like the steroids thing is just like how I view steroids in any other sport. Everyone was doing it back then, so
Yeah.
what's the big deal? Like everyone was doing it. If you weren't doing it, like that's your own fault.
yeah.
Like sorry for being such a good guy. The world doesn't care about good people. Like sorry.
Well, I feel like that's kind of where the whole thing with baseball, you know, really kind of
Yeah,
starts
Barry Bonds
to
is the goat.
Barry Bonds and McGuire, Sosa, all those guys, Roger Clemens. I mean, there's all these all-time greats that you look back on it now and it's like, dude, those were the heydays of baseball. And you come to find out that they're taking steroids, but it's like, dude, hey, if that's what the game produced, then by all means, let's see more of it then. I mean, it wasn't jeopardizing the outcomes if you think about it. I mean, nobody won more
Yeah.
championships than the next guy. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like it wasn't changing the outcomes. It was just affecting those four individual performances. But to your point, right? I mean, who wasn't probably doing them back then? You know,
Yeah.
there's probably way more guys than what we know of that was doing it. It's just that those are the four that made the mainstream media. Those were the four that the media decided to attack.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm
And,
with you,
and,
bro. I get
and
where you're coming from.
it's like in baseball, you still gotta hit the ball, which is what
Oh
everyone
yeah,
says it's the hardest thing to do in
that's the
sports.
hardest thing to do.
So I mean, hitting the ball is one thing, and then like in fighting, you still have to go in a fight and not get hit. Like, come on, like it is what it is. It is what it is.
Hmm.
John Jones
Yeah.
Yeah, big
fought
time.
plenty of people on steroids and won. Like who they were on steroids.
Yeah, I mean, he's for sure definitely my go-to. For sure, hands down.
Mm, I don't know who my number two would be. I think it would be GSP. I'd go John Jones, GSP, Mighty Mouse. 1, 2, 3.
Why don't
I,
you just do your Mount Rushmore? That'd be four.
DC. No,
Okay.
Anderson Silva. John Jones, GSP, Mighty Mouse, and Anderson Silva. With Daniel Cormier being an honorable mention.
Just Just out of curiosity, where does Khabib rank amongst your
Dude,
list?
I think Habib is like 10 to 15. I think Habib is one of the most dominant fighters we've ever seen in the UFC, but I don't think he's one of the best or one of the greatest to ever do it. His record was extremely padded. I would argue he only had maybe three really good UFC tests, which was Connor, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje. I would say everyone else was pretty much handed to him. I can't say like walking apart because at the end of the day, it's the UFC, so it's the best of the best. But the sport's always going to catch up to you. Even if you look at like John Jones, there's still some fights that were iffy. There's some iffy wins, like the Dominic Reyes, Gustafson Part 1. He did edge it out, but you look at like Thiago Santos, where he barely beat him. Like staying active and fighting so much, someone's bound to figure you out. And just like Jan said in his pre-fight this week, he said machines are all eventually meant to break down. So it's just a matter of time. And I think that was it with Khabib, but we never got to see.
Except John Jones.
He didn't stick around. Yeah, and except John Jones.
That's funny.
But even at that, dude, John Jones' time, it's coming, bro. It's coming. That's what's so scary.
I don't think he's losing. I think he's gonna call it quits before.
I think his next fight is his last fight. If he gets to fight Pereira at the White House, that's it. Or Aspinall, whatever.
But that's just it, bro. Like, I think what he's doing is I think he's pre-calculating, like, okay, I feel like maybe John Jones knows that day's going to come. And so now it's a matter of figuring out, okay, who do I want that torch to be passed on to? Who do I want to have that it can be able to say that they took me down?
If it happens,
if it happens, and you want it to be somebody who the people respect, you want it to be somebody who the people revere to, you know what I mean? And
Chama.
who better than Chama? That's what I think.
Yep.
Now I don't know that Alex Pereira will actually take him down or not, but if there's anybody that he would grant that privilege to, the opportunity to say, hey, you have an opportunity to take me out, try to take me out, it'd be Alex.
That'd be one interesting fight. I play that fight in my head consistent all the time, and it plays out the same way for me every single time.
John Jones submission.
John Jones takes him down, chokes him out.
Takes him down easily.
Chokes him out. Yep, that's it. End of the day. Done.
John Jones submission.
Easy 40 million.
Dude.
But yeah, no. So the main event, Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili, would, in my opinion, I would say is one of the top 5 greatest title fights of all time.
And so moving into future UFC. So this was the last time ever for pay-per-view. From here on out, the next pay-per-view is going to be next year, now on Paramount, correct?
No more pay-per-view. Pay-per-view will no longer exist, at least for the next 7 years. Everything is going to be free as long as you have a Paramount subscription.
What about for boxing?
That's boxing. We're talking about UFC.
Well, I know, but you said pay-per-view is no longer going to exist.
Yeah, for UFC.
For the C.
Shit, boxing, maybe not even boxing either. Here's Zoom.
Yeah, boxing is on the way out of pay-per-view too, man. You got
they've been going to Netflix.
They've been going to Netflix. You got Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul fighting this weekend, right?
I think it's next weekend. When's the 12th? Something like that.
I didn't know they were fighting. What the heck?
Weekend? Is this weekend?
Is it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. On Netflix.
The 13th is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have like Netflix doing it, then you have like Prime. Prime's just playing a lot of
Hey.
fights.
Speaking of which, did you call Bert today?
I'll call him in a bit.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you're 3 minutes late, but
Technically, I know. I saw. I was like, damn.
he won't. He'll be all right. He
Yeah,
won't hate you for it.
No, he won't. He'll be all right.
He's probably awake right now. He's probably working a shift.
I know. In that case, I gotta talk to y'all later. I gotta go. I feel like
You
it's
should
shitty
just-
ass for now.
Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone?
I am on my phone.
Damn, I was gonna say you should just call him right now, live on the air.
You do it. You're the host. You
It's his
can do
birthday
it.
or what?
I'm on my phone.
Oh,
I have my camera on my phone.
tragic.
Tragic, yeah. Well, anyways, folks, so we'll leave it here. We'll wrap it up for the night. It's been a full 2 hours, man. So
Yeah,
great
I gotta
job.
get some
Chat.
shut eye.
Chat, we appreciate you sticking around. There's been 3 people. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's y'all two and someone else, but whoever it is, thank you guys for sticking around. We appreciate you watching the show, and thanks for all the shares, the likes, the comments, the reposts recently that you guys have been giving us on TikTok, man. That video is going off the hinges, man. So we appreciate everything, and hopefully we can continue to make you guys some more content that you guys love and appreciate. But in the meantime, we will see you guys Wednesday. Peace.
Later, chat.
Oh, chat said something. Oh, y'all the best.